From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Oh, some strong running. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They begin with a run by Smith. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Right side.
Again, it's Smith. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Set, put. Red, 38. Set.
Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to Krosky Merritt on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota now. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And shutting him off now open field. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Yellow. Arms up, blue lady.
Here's Pacheco once again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Fall down these two. Fall down these two. Hey, color. Easy.
Mahomes now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before. Brought down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That's good.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now Daniels. Ertz has it left side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
On the ready.
Second down and 4.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's got him in, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, They had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Throwing now is Mahomes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And again, it's Mahomes. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky-Merritt. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score. Commanders 21, Chiefs 17. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touch. back, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelsey, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return. So
here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That play blown up on a really nice effort by Jerry Tillery. Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll run once more with JCM. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chiefs 24. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught right side by Worthy.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
23-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He was defended by Frankie Louvu.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Mahomes will throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Here's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Panther 11.
42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First down, Washington.
$60. Let's go now. Cut it. Cowboys. Ready.
He's back to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's first down.
Yellow. Let's go on, Eddie.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And a team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Commanders' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point by Bunker is on target. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
7 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Krosky Merritt. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down. Taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And how about that? In a game that's had just about everything, how's that for an answer? Remember, in the past, this game would be over already. But that's a huge play there to give him a fighting chance to go down and possibly tie this game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Daniels. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it up and through.
The game is tied at 38 all. To kick off for Washington.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in the Waddles because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Second down and 6 now.
Yellow. RWA 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Yellow.
A first down carry for Smith. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm starting to edge my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field.
the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Drew Tranquill up to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's popped. Saquon Barkley. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
No touch, no touch.
Off the bootleg, it's Hurts. Rolling right. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 29 yards. A big pickup on 4th down.
42-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. Whoa! And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Big-time play for Philly. And even 30 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
King, field King. Great, set. On
the handoff, this is Barkley. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 3-yard line.
Great. Delta.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, and he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Trimmer.
They'll try to sneak it here. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Chiefs nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Smith to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, that is Brashard Smith. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. And a 1st down, Chiefs.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
they've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run, and this is Smith. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 13-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Brandon Graham gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Now it's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what you call an inexcusable mistake. Sometimes you just have to understand there's no play to be made, no matter how hard you try. There's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. You just can't put the ball in harm's way.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mahomes on 1st down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin this on the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Tackle there by Jalix Hunt.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes. They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. Down the sideline. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 52 yards.
First down.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Campbell on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Eagles' 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
Fight on these two.
On the give, it's Smith. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Quinyon Mitchell on the tackle. A gain of a
It
yard.
is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 10-yard line.
Smith again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, 57, yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
13. Eagles 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Jamari Connor there on the stop.
33-yard line.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Big play coming up. This is third down. They'll move the pocket here with Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Now it's Hurts. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A gain of 26. And it sets up first and goal. This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is first down and goal. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
No, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is third and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. His second touchdown of the afternoon. So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Chiefs 13. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. Short throw, caught by the tight end, Gray. And he's going to be taken down to 37. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, dribble it.
Here's Mahomes. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down. Patrick to throw. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Hunt. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 27.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
Now, 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to win the game. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
A 19-yard attempt.
This kick is good. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal with zeros on the clock seals the deal. As they come from behind, they may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cleveland Browns.
To kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And the tackle going to be made right there. It's the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They will start this drive with 4. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Play action, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Fryermuth. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They begin with a run by Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 3rd and 4 now. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 2nd quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 56 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
That's the score. Chiefs 7, Steelers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. This now a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's
A handoff for Warren. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Easy. Get 300. Get 319.
To throw is Rodgers. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Pittsburgh.
26.
Now it's Rodgers. Along the sideline, Wilson with a grab. And outbounds right around the 20.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 20, here's 2nd down at a yard.
58.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7. On the give, it's Warren. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 3rd and 6.
Check 30. 319. Back north.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. That's caught right side by Worthy. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt to about the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And here's Freiermuth again. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's Warren. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now run with Warren. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch in between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Warren will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Calvin Austin from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Now here's Mahomes. Swings this out for Hunt. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
13 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco once again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it 21 to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll run again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Powering his way forward. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A 6-yard pickup.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's good for us. Steelers. First down.
Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Blue 58. Inside.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, 26 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Steelers 16.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Inside handoff, Smith. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Man. GG.
And they take a knee. So it's a win for the Chiefs here. And no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
It's time for some football at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
We have a Super Bowl 59 rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's Mahomes now. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's third down. 3rd and 15.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. They'll go. It's Mahomes. This is cut downfield by Rice. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And the first down.
Running right is Pacheco. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Get some space around midfield. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First down.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That's Khan. It's Kelsey again. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
15 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. They pitch it out to him here. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now.
And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And quickly their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Kate. You get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt not much more difficult.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Chiefs get the game's first points here in the second. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Trimmer.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's going to let this go deep down the right side of the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Buys time, rolling right. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to wind up out of bounds on 3rd down, so they're going to be forced to punt this away now.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Trying on 4th down. Here's Hurts. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but the little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
They'll try and punch it in. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Yellow.
To the air, Mahomes. That one connects. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Eagles nothing. Harrison
Butker on now to kick this one away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Good pickup, but he's denied that 1st down. The stop comes at the 32-yard mark. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 3rd down, Chiefs going with a nickel. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Has it downfield near the boundary. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
And the kick is good, so they take some valuable points off that lead right at the end of this half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one's snagged by Dallas Goedert. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throwing for Hurts. And we put everything he's got behind it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort. Out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Just everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Going to power with a big tight end. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Went into their bag of tricks just a little bit there. The surprise handoff, not enough to get the touchdown. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of excited to see the next wrinkle off that one, because I don't think that was just a one-off.
Got to manage 3 yards here. 3rd and goal.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Bigsby with the return. Good work so far. He's got room. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
No touch that.
Man in motion here.
Let's go. No touch.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, obviously